Hello everyone, it's Bruno from esports.net. I'm here at IEM Katowice and I'm here with Mezii from Vitality ahead of the playoffs. First of all, congratulations on qualifying.
Thank you.
How would you rate your performance as a team so far in the event?
I think our performance has been pretty strong. I think we've had a bit of everything. I think obviously against Virtus Pro it was much more clean. It was a bit of an easier win, but then when you look back when we played FaZe, it was definitely a bit of a crazy game. I think a lot of viewers have probably enjoyed watching this game, but for us it was a very stressful game. But I think overall we've been playing very well. And of course, we always look to try and improve our game. And we know going up in the playoffs, it kind of turns into a different tournament. It's on stage. It's always a bit different. But I think for us, we've been playing well, and I'm happy with how we played so far.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask about the FaZe game because you dominated them on the first map. On the second map, it looked like it was going to be more of the same. Then the ropz team kill happened, and it sort of turned everything around, and it was a close game from after that. So, was it FaZe powering up? Did you lose like control of it? I
think especially on the second map of Anubis, I think we had a pretty strong team. So like say we were 6-0 up and we could have got more rounds, but it still was like 8-4, I think. And then we win the piss on the CT side, and it's 9-4, and we're like, okay, we always know it's going to be tough. CT Anubis is, I think there's a lot of people have been talking about it's really hard to play CT side Anubis. I think it definitely needs some changes, but I think it was definitely us losing that game in comparison to FaZe playing the better game, to be honest. I think after watching the game, we had a lot of rounds where we could have done a lot better. We should have closed that game out, and unfortunately we didn't. They managed to outplay us on Anubis. Then going on to the last map of Dust 2, we always knew FaZe on Dust 2, we always have close games. It's always overtime. So we knew what was going to happen, and I'm just happy that we could close it out because a lot of games last year we couldn't close out the close games, and this time we managed to do it, so I'm happy.
Yeah, and obviously ropz joined the team instead of Spinks. I wanted to ask, what is the biggest difference between ropz and Spinks in the server and how they work with your team?
Well, I mean, I think T side they're definitely kind of similar in the fact they're both like the lurker kind of on the outside of maps, outside of these maps, and on CT side it kind of changes a lot because ropz is someone that has kind of a mix of positions. He does anchor some positions, so it definitely frees up maybe me or Flames on some maps where we get the chance to play some more rotation roles. So I think that's definitely the biggest difference because I think ropz as well as an anchor on a lot of maps, he does a really good job. Like he takes a lot of space in terms of like making plays and taking the high risk plays, and I think in a team you really need that person to do it, and I think that's probably the biggest difference on CT side. But on T side, yeah, it's kind of similar in terms of positions, but also I think when you have ropz, he's someone that is one of the best clutchers in the world when he gets in those 1vx situations, or even when you're playing like the 2vx situations with him, he's really good at playing calm. And I think everyone saw when he was in FaZe, they win some rounds that they should never win, and it's down to a guy like ropz because he's really calm in those situations.
Yeah, and I wanted to also touch on the playoffs. You're in the semis, but you might be playing Eternal Fire again, and they seem to have your number. So what is it about them that you think they catch you out?
I mean, overall, I think individually they're really strong, and we always need to make sure we match that. And also, I think they also are one of the teams that they probably have the best Anubis in the world. So we always know we're going to play that against them. It's always going to be a tough game. But I think overall, I think for us it's always going to be a tough game. But I think we definitely obviously always feel confident. I think at some point we have to beat them. But I'd like to say I think as a team I think most teams would say they're tough to play against just because individually they're really strong, and also CS wise they play a really solid game. So for us it's just about making sure that on the day we have to be there individually. I think we have to make sure that we're hitting our shots because first off, if you don't do that, Xantrez is going to come round and headshot you, Vicardi's going to headshot you. So I think for us it's making sure that we are stepping up individually and making good plans because like I say, if our headshots aren't working, we need to make sure as a team we're playing well and the chemistry is there. So we need to make sure we do that. But I think the last couple of times we played them, we're not playing the best as a team, and we kind of give them what they want in terms of playing solo, playing headshots, and we need to be better at that.
And lastly, I want to talk about the FAMAS and MP9 update, do you think they're in the right place now, or do you think there needs to be further changes?
To be honest, I think they're in a pretty good place. I mean, we still need to have a bit more time to see how it goes, but I think it's good that the FAMAS has had an update, because I think it's been kind of a useless weapon previously. I think even it could still have a bit more work, like maybe some work on the burst fire, because I remember in other game modes, like in Source or whatever, I think the burst was really nice. So I think in CS2 it would be nice if they can update that. But overall, I think they've done a good job with the update. I think there might be some still more way to go. Like with the MP9, I think it can still be pretty strong. But overall, I think it's good that they've reduced the price of the FAMAS and buffed it a little bit. I think it's been a good update. It feels good. But yeah, see how it is a bit more time.
Okay. Thank you, Mezii, and good luck in the
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you.